Good morning, everyone. This is our guidepost. Been missing for a while. I'm going to be here now, I think, until Tuesday morning next week, with the exception of Sunday. So come and join us if you're watching this on playback at 9 o'clock each morning. Today, I'm reading a poem of mine and then commenting on it and having a discussion about the contents of it as the screen went black. It's called Letting Go, and I wrote it a couple of years ago. Free fall, no longer forcing issues, letting be what is. At peace, alone, letting go. I know my words are creative, yet for now, I remain silent, waiting for the moment to speak, to passionately and fulfillingly become. But for now, I shall just be. I exist for now in this parenthesis within eternity to bring my gifts to the world. Yet, for now, I am letting go, and I am in this glorious moment called now, content. So 2 years ago, I went to a course in London run by Landmark, and I was really struggling with the course. I was enjoying being away and doing my own thing. I was there almost a week in London, and at first I was quite frightened. The big city, you know, you're in the big smoke now, and see the post office tower as walking around. It's quite near, so it's at the north end of London, and I got used to it eventually, and think, yeah, I could live here. You know, I could live in London. It'd be okay. In this moment when I wrote the poem, I was troubled by so many things about the course and about being away from home and where's it all leading. And I just wrote this. I thought, no, I'm just going to let go. I'm just going to allow whatever is to happen. And it is a lesson that I continue to need to learn because I do get passionate and motivated about things that really I'm not in a place to change. And maybe it would be something worth sharing with the people who watch these guideposts, that letting go, in the time when I was in church and Bible school, let go and let God, they used to say. And it seemed like quite a religious thing to do, but it isn't. It's just being content, as the poem says at the end, just being content with what you've got, and with what's happening around you, and not being overly concerned. Last night, I was supposed to be doing my first inspirational conversation in my Facebook group, Be Inspired, and the technology side of it flummoxed me. There's a good word for you, flummoxed. And I failed to learn in time how to broadcast Zoom into Facebook. Apparently, you've got to download an app in Facebook to accept Zoom. But it's like I'm on this with my business build up as well. I'm on this huge learning curve of all these different technologies. I fell far behind. I used to be on top of things, but so I thought, right, well, what we'll do is we'll do a Facebook room in the group. And I've never done a Facebook room either, so that failed as well. I was broadcasting, no one was joining. I told everybody within my Facebook family all the different places where I normally post, and not one person turned up. I ended up sending messages to people who I could see were online, but the majority of people that I've talked to weren't online. And in the past, that would have really bothered me. It would have really troubled me. You know, you try your best and you... So I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go live on Facebook in my profile page and tell the story of what's just happened. And so you can see how calm or not I was by watching, I think it's an 8-minute video, live video, and there were a number of people showed up. I think one person commented at the time, but I kept seeing these names and saying hello. I thought, well, where were you when I was doing this inspirational conversation? Maybe nobody wanted to come online and speak to me like you, Catherine, but
I was in a meeting, Andrew. I was aware of it, but I had another meeting at the same time.
But you don't mind talking to me and then letting people watch it back afterwards. So what do you reckon about letting go?
I was actually, there's part of that when you were speaking, made me think of the way and the way that we've got it set up. Because WAY, the part that was that you know, we're involved in here with setting up is exactly that. It's where you come and step into to let go. It's not where you want to rehash all the things that are going on in the world and all the things that you know you've got going on in your own mind. The idea is that you just come in and calm and let go. So that's what it reminded me of. Yes, we've got the other side where if you want to get your mind engaged and you want to start talking about things, we've got the other side, which is separate. But we've got WAY, which is where you come in and you see things. You see how peaceful life can be outside of the pressures and everything that is being foisted on you. And when you just literally let go and stay calm, then let that love wash over you. That to me is letting go.
Well, wherever love is being actioned, whether it's in thoughts or deeds, wherever there is love, there is peace, there is calm. There is a sense of belonging because it's family, isn't it? Love is family. And it's a return. The way I see that calm, that love is, it's a return to the oneness. And I did have something prepared for my inspirational conversation last night. I didn't go into it blind. I thought, well, it's going to take a similar format to what we're doing in the mornings. I'm going to start by reading something and commenting on it, and then let's see where the conversation goes. And I was quite happy for whoever was going to get involved with it, for it to go on an hour and a half. And just, I find that some, and we have recorded some of them, you know, when we have conversations and there is no script, we're just bouncing ideas off each other. And then something comes out of that, which is profound. And I was looking for that profound moment within the conversation, and to use it as a podcast, to be able to say, this is what we do on a Wednesday evening at 8 London time, and we will continue doing this, and we're just seeing where the conversation goes. It's not, you will talk about the subject that I've introduced at the beginning, but it's just a way of starting the ball rolling to have this. I was going to read Patanjali, when you're inspired, you know, what happens. I've got some notes here. He says, all your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations. Your consciousness expands in every direction. You find yourself in a new, great and wonderful world. dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be. I thought that'd keep us going a few minutes, just to comment on each strand of that statement that he made 2,300 years ago, Patanjali. So it's like, what does inspiration do? So that was what we were going to talk about then. But I was quite open for it to just develop. You know, where's it going to go, this conversation? I was quite excited about where it would go. And then probably just read that at the end, and like I do with the poem here. So there was a sense of letting go with that as well. There was a sense of, I'm okay with whatever people want to discuss. And even if somebody had come with some negative thoughts, well, it's all right you saying this, but I wouldn't have wanted to argue, but I would wanted to try and lift their spirits before they left the conversation. And I was ready for it, and it didn't happen. So
well,
that's
when you finish your thing, when you finish this, we'll have a little chat about synchronicities. You won't believe it. You won't believe it.
Well, the screen's gone off again, so I'm going to read my poem, and we can end the guidepost and maybe talk a bit then. So, letting go, free fall, no longer forcing issues, letting be what is, at peace, alone, letting go. I know my words are creative, yet for now I remain silent, waiting for the moment to speak, to passionately and fulfillingly become. But for now, I shall just be. I exist for now in this parenthesis within eternity to bring my gifts to the world. Yet for now, this moment, I am letting go. And I am in this glorious moment called now content. Namaste.
So beautiful. Thank you.